morning, Sri Lanka. Welcome back to the show. From news stories from all over the world in 2013, we are going into my New Year resolution, which is to learn a new language. And on that note, I have the perfect guest. Now, this is a complete coincidence that I'm having them on the show today on the 31st of December, just before the New Year. But they are here to speak about a very important initiative that has been taking place here in Sri Lanka by an organization that's been here in Sri Lanka for the past 52 years. And that's the Goethe Institute. I hope I said that somewhere correctly. I mean,
yes.
All right. So we have Mr. Rakita Karunaratne as well as Miss Manveen Anand, who is here to speak to us about the PASH initiative, which is carried out by your organization. So first of all, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. Yeah, I love German already. So it's really speaking the language that gets you to learn it, right? I mean, you have to sort of do it by practice.
Exactly.
You can't really memorize it.
Yeah.
But before we go into this initiative by the Goethe Institute, let's speak about how you got involved in the German language and what got you interested in it.
Okay, actually I lived in Germany for more than 25 years.
Oh, wow.
And I came back 10 years ago and I started at Goethe Institute Colombo as a teacher, and now since 1.5 years I'm the head of language department. So actually that's my mother tongue, so that's the connection I have with Germany.
So you had to learn Sinhala as a secondary language, was it?
Yes,
okay,
which is quite difficult.
And Manvi, now you're from Delhi and you're actually the project manager of PASH in Delhi.
Yes.
Let's speak about how you got interested in the German language.
I started in school and somehow got very interested and wanted to continue after school.
Yes.
Continued, got into teaching, and now handling the PASH project in Delhi and North India.
I see, and now that you're here in Sri Lanka as well to really take the project forward here
Yes.
in Colombo as well as the suburbs.
Yes.
So let's speak about this now. We've been speaking about the PASH project. What does PASH stand for?
PASH stands for Schools Partners for the Future. It's an initiative which was launched 2008 by the German Foreign Minister Steinmeier.
Okay.
And the aim is to create a sort of a global network between the schools that have German as a subject, or that place high value for German.
Okay. So then this initiative was started up, that means about 5 years back.
Exactly.
Yes,
Since 5 years we have 3 PASH schools at the moment, which is Music College Royal and International Jennings, and since 2014 we'll have an additional PASH school, St. Patrick's College in Jaffna. So we have 4 PASH schools
All over the island.
All over the island, exactly. That means the schools are, we provide the schools with staff, with technical equipment.
Okay.
There are a lot of facilities for the students, like scholarships to go to Germany, and
a lot of projects.
A lot of projects.
In Delhi, we are the regional institute for the whole of South Asia.
Okay.
And the countries which come under us are Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So we conduct a lot of projects throughout the year, such as upcoming in January is the Principals Conference, where all the principals from all the PASH schools are invited.
Okay.
And we tell them about something new that's going to happen. There are a lot of, as I mentioned, we have a lot of projects throughout the year. We do a lot of youth camps, then we have the
film projects.
We have a lot of online competitions. We have other competitions just to promote the learning of the foreign language.
I see. Okay. And how many students come under the PASH program so far, especially in the South Asian region?
Worldwide, you get like more than 1,500 schools worldwide.
So then again, that translates into so many thousands of students, hundreds of thousands, maybe. But here in Sri Lanka, the PASH project just you finished a youth camp, which happened just last week.
Yes,
let's speak about that. How did that go?
Yeah, it was a great success, I guess.
It was a grand success. Well, we in Delhi, since we are the regional institute, I conduct around 5 youth camps in a year in different parts. It's generally in India. It's the first time that we are conducting a youth camp outside India, thanks to Rakita. So we had from 5 different countries almost 147 participants.
Wow, here in Sri Lanka in one camp.
Yes.
And how long did the camp last?
The camp went on for a week.
And during this camp, is it sort of camping activities like
Yes.
Cooking and cleaning and
Yes, linked
sports
with
activities as well as German, I'm guessing?
exactly.
Everything is in German. The instructions are in German, and the students are supposed to speak German. There are German lessons which happen every day. We have workshops conducted every day. We have we show them films. We do a quiz. And yes, associated with a lot of sports activities, since it's a camp. They are staying in tents with people they don't know. They have to interact, and that
In German?
and that happens mostly in German, because see, like the kids coming from Afghanistan, they can speak only their native language or the German that they have learned. Plus the children in Sri Lanka, the kids from India are very good in English, and probably some of them very good in English in Sri Lanka also, but then the medium of conversation is German.
German,
German.
exactly.
So what was the feedback like from the students?
Oh,
Did
they
have
were
fun and-
very
Well,
enthusiastic.
at the end they were crying, they didn't want to go, and they wanted us to extend the camp by one more week.
But that's extending a lot of resources into that. So maybe
yes.
next year then.
Maybe. We'll
Maybe
see.
next year.
It's just around the corner.
Yes.
So do you have any other plans to have another camp of that nature here in Sri Lanka?
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
guess
certainly,
so.
certainly. But yes, with a new bunch of students. Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. No, I just have a question. Now, when you have conference calls from all over the world, again, that happens in German, is it?
Yes.
Like, okay, wow. So this is German, again, like I mentioned earlier on, that you learn through practice.
Exactly.
And you learn through speaking it.
Even the classes which we conduct in the Goethe Institute, from the first day onwards, we speak only German.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
So what
No.
now for me, if I'm going to learn German, I'm a complete beginner. So how would I go about if the classes are going to be in German? How does the teaching happen, and what do I have really need to do before to prepare myself for the
You
course?
have to be really attentive.
Okay.
I'll start off with Ich heiße Manvin.
I'm just guessing
Wie
that
heißt du?
my name is.
Yes, and you have to repeat what I say,
Wie
right?
heißt
Ich heiße Amaya.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Ich
go.
komme aus Sri Lanka. Woher kommen Sie?
Ich komme Sri Lanka.
Ich komme aus Sri Lanka.
Sri
Ich komme aus Indien.
I see. Okay.
See?
So it's just through speaking.
Exactly.
I can see this happening. I can
Yes.
see myself learning this language. But now German is a beautiful language, and you mentioned earlier that this institute has been in India for the past 100 years.
Not the institute, but the learning of German has been there for the last 100 years.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So again, there's a lot of celebration that's going to be happening in India as
Yes.
well to celebrate that. But what are the advantages of learning German, especially for Sri Lankans here?
For Sri
students
Lankans,
here?
okay, there are many advantages, I would say. Like, one is higher studies in Germany. The administration fees are quite low in Germany compared to other countries. So that would be, and the standard of the universities are really good in Germany. So that would be one reason to learn German.
Especially mechanical engineering
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
yeah, even out of India, like even from India, there are a lot of kids who are interested in engineering and technical sciences, mathematics, informatics,
And Germany is one of the foremost countries when
Yes.
it comes to sort
Yeah.
of engineering.
automobile industry.
Exactly.
Automobile
Right? The
industry,
strongest
exactly.
automobile industry.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
in Germany. So these are some of the advantages
These
that
are some
students
of
could have.
another advantage is, of course, now the tourism is booming in Sri Lanka, and so many German tourists come to Sri Lanka. So that's also
You can cater to that sort of infrastructure
Exactly,
if you
yes.
know the German language.
we do also offer tailor-made courses just for the tourism field.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So many different courses then that happen at the institute as well. But I want to know about these film projects that you do. Let's talk about that. What does that involve?
We just had 2 months ago a short film project. That means we took students from the different schools, and they were involved in producing a low-budget film, which was just maybe like 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
But they got to know the techniques, and at the end the film was shown during like our Christmas party. We showed
Oh,
the
wow.
film. That-
I see. All right.
And everything in German.
Everything in
Everything
German,
in
exactly.
German. That's the policy of the Goethe Institute
Yes.
here in Colombo. And we're going to take a look at some of the pictures of the Pash camp that happened in Belihulura, wasn't it?
Yes.
In Sri Lanka. And we'll go for a very short commercial break right after that. But do stay with us. We'll be right back on Good Morning Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. You're back with me, Amaya, on the show, and we are speaking to Rakita and Manveen, who are here from the Goethe Institute here in Sri Lanka, and they've spoken to us. You saw the pictures in the earlier segment as well about the PASH initiative that happened here in Sri Lanka, a camp for German students all over the world to come here to Sri Lanka and to experience a camping lifestyle, and everything is in German. So you learn the language as well. The kids have had fun as well, and many camps like that organized in the coming year as well. And now if you take the work that you're doing with the National Institute of Education, let's speak about that, Rakita. Now this is a collaboration with the local schools, is it?
Exactly. We have been conducting a few workshops with the National Institute of Education, and we just want to improve the acquisition of second language in Sri Lanka with better teaching material, to qualify the teachers with the state-of-art methods of teaching. So we will be conducting a few more seminars next year, and hope that we can improve, for example, the teaching materials, the books,
the resources.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Because German is a language that is part of the local advanced level syllabus as well here in Sri Lanka. Is it just that there are not enough resources and not enough teachers to really make it widespread?
Yeah, exactly.
So
and this project is not only for German, but generally for other languages as well, for Sinhala, for Tamil, for English.
I see, okay. So all students who are part of your institute, now what are the opportunities that they get when it comes to further learning, as well as even things like exchange programs maybe?
Yeah, we do, like for example, the best student usually gets a scholarship to go to Germany, like for a 1 month language course in Germany.
Wow, okay. And is that the same in Delhi as well, Manvi?
Yes. In Delhi, not only in Delhi, it's for all PASH schools. The best students, they get a scholarship to go to Germany and attend a youth camp in Germany, 3 weeks youth camp. And not only that, we have in India a lot of schools who have exchange partners in Germany. There are almost 60 schools who have partner schools in Germany.
So then how does that program work?
There's an exchange. A few kids come from that school to India, are hosted by families, and the same families, they send their kids to Germany and they're hosted by the German families. So it's generally a 2-week program, and also very, 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 very motivating, because once the kids are in Germany, they have to speak German.
There's no choice there.
There's no choice. And not only that, they get to know about the culture, they get to know about the language, they get to know about the families, etc. And
the food.
Yes.
I'm sure that's a great part of Germany.
And we make sure that the kids who are coming to India, they come around the time of Diwali, so that they can have the best of the time.
Yes.
I get to know about the culture.
Fun for everyone. I mean, Indian culture is such a rich culture as well. So I'm sure there's a lot of exchange happening there. But any plans to initiate